Let's talk to Rotimi Fakaijo to get a sense of what actually drove the market yesterday. Good morning to you, Rotimi.
Good morning, Harriet.
It's great to have you on the program. Take us through what actually contributed to investor sentiments yesterday at the market. We see the market has continued to strengthen in the last couple of days. Yesterday, growing by as much as 2.40%.
Well, it's a good development that we are having an upsurge in the activities and also in the volume and value being traded on the top Nigerian Stock Exchange. What is most attributable to what we are seeing presently is the gradual return of foreign portfolio investors back into the Nigerian market. And the way for you to be able to gauge this properly is to look at the kind of stocks that are actually being patronized. And when you see the very good blue chip stocks in the banking sector and also in industrial goods and consumer goods, then it's very easy to actually ascertain that these guys are gradually making a return. And the extent of volume and value done yesterday also is a testimony of what we are seeing presently. Because with over almost 7 billion naira traded yesterday, this has not been happening in so very long a time. And I think for us to be having this kind of situation at this point in time, it's really to say that Nigerian investors should actually position themselves properly and at the right time, rather than to take it off the foreign portfolio investors by the time the prices skyrocket. So I think it's a very good time for investors to actually move in now that we have a stable foreign exchange policy and everything to a great extent seems to be looking positive.
Well, Rotimi, I remember we've had conversations while tracking those stocks trading on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and at a point it seemed as if some of those equities were actually undervalued. But then again, there's been talk that probably the market is now technically overbought. Do you think so?
Is that actually overbought?
Yes, is the market now overbought? Do you think that now the stocks have actually found their price level?
No. I think to an extent, majority of them are still very much underpriced. Oh. Because if you look at it critically, many of the stocks still have more than 5% dividend yield. Even the likes of Guaranteed Trust, the likes of Zenith Bank, and most of the banking sector stocks. And if that be the case, then definitely the prices, the stocks to a great extent are still underpriced. So for me, I think with the devaluation of the Naira right now, if you look at the present market capitalization of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, pre-devaluation, and right now that we are having a flexible foreign exchange policy, I think that the gap is very wide. Over, at least to the extent of the devaluation, which is about 30 to 35%, I think to me, investors really have to put in more money at least to ride with the effect of the devaluation. So the stocks right now presently are not underpriced.
So from yesterday, they're not overpriced. Okay.
They're not overpriced, yes.
So taking a look at where the market finished off from yesterday, it's most likely that we'll continue to see this bullish momentum continue. But what particular sectors, aside of course from the usual suspects, as the banking stocks and most probably industrial goods and consumer goods that will continue to catch investors' eye, what do you expect will continue to drive the market today?
Well, to me, we shouldn't forget the fact that the activities of speculators are still very much rife in the market. And to that extent, some people may really want to take advantage and say they want to opt out, at least they're having made some profit. But I believe that the effect of that will definitely be watered down, and we won't really see much of that happening. And also, the likes of Dangote Cement and Nigerian breweries may definitely be able to uphold the market. I don't really see a sell down in Guaranteed Trust Bank today. I don't see a sell down in Zenith Bank or Access Bank. So I expect those prices to be upheld. So invariably, those definitely will be driving the market. And we are seeing also the same effect coming up slightly in the insurance subsector. So to me, the way it's going, there is a measure of stability within the market, and it will be good if Nigerian investors can actually muster some funds, if they have, put into the market, at least to be able to benefit from the losses, from this current trend, to regain part, to recover some of the losses they have made in time past.
So right now, the players in the market are the ones who have been there before now. There's no new investor coming into the market.
Well, there are new investors. Like I said much earlier, we are seeing tons of the foreign portfolio investors slightly, and also I believe that the PFPs should also be able to at least put in much at this point in time in order for them to be able to at least average down on the high prices they have bought in the past.
Well, Rotimi, thank you so much. But before I let you go, quickly comment on the oil and gas stocks. Yesterday, we saw the index finishing in negative territory, down 1.26%. In the last couple of trading sessions, we've seen investors particularly favoring some of the benchmarks, Owando, for instance, Forte Oil, and even Mobil at some point. So what's actually going on right now?
Well, I think to me, there isn't nothing much to worry about in that sector, because if the result of Owando PLC is still very much pending till this time, and the investors are just really speculating whether it will come and when it comes, what is it going to look like, and also the new investment that the new revitalization of the company by way of changing revising their debt portfolio and all of that, in order for them to be able to at least stay above, be able to stay afloat. I think that will imply not too much on the activity in that sector. So if we see a drop in Nigerian, in Owando Nigeria PLC, without the corresponding gain in the in Forte Oil, definitely we will see a downturn in the oil and gas sector index.
Rotimi, thank you so much for joining us on the program this morning.
You're welcome.
Business Morning continues in just a moment. Please join us again.